Hi there, I'm David Hunt, owner of GameMasters Guild, and today I'm going to open up a booster box of Modern Horizons. So let's take a look and see what I get. Okay, so before I get started opening this box of Modern Horizons, I just want to let you know that in this upper left-hand corner, I'm going to have a small picture-in-picture so you can actually see me opening all the packs of Modern Horizons. And as I do so, in this main area, I'm going to show you all the cards that I did get. And let's go ahead and do a general breakdown of the box before we get to all the cool rares. Okay, so coming up first is I had about approximately 70 of each color, give or take. White, blue, black. Now these are all the commons and uncommons, of course. Red and green. So I had about 70, 75 each of them. Now, what I'm doing this time, it's a little different than my other videos, is I've got a few commons that I kind of set aside that I thought were kind of some of the neatest ones, like Generous Gift, Shelter, gives you protection, draws a card. Generous Gift, white can destroy a target permanent, but the controller gets an elephant. Counter. Let's see, Gilded Light, Shroud, and it's cycling, so you got some white draw power there. And Sergovian Angel, I'm sorry. 1 white, Flying Vigilance, 1/1. So I thought that was kind of some standout commons, uncommons. Blue, some standouts was Rebuild, where you basically bounce all artifacts to owner's hands, and more draw power, cycling. Man of War, it's a creature comes into play, he's a 2/2, so he's a chump blocker, and he bounces another creature, yours or someone else's, back to their hand. 2 counter spells, and they both have draw abilities, and they both cost 3 to cast. So I thought those were some of the, at just quick glance, some of the standout blue commons and uncommons. For black, Unearth, always a good card to have. Return from Extinction, it's not an animate dead, but it costs the same as that, and you get to return either target creature from graveyard to your hand or 2 creature cards that share a creature type from a graveyard to your hand. And obviously, it's got slivers on it. Good for that. Diabolic Edict for 2, you can sack a creature or make a target player sack a creature. And Graveshifter is just like the old, is it Grave Robber, I think it is? Or no, Grave Digger. And same cost, 4. He's a 2/2. He's a changeling. And of course, you can return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So these are some of the standout black cards. Nothing super great, but again, just stuff I thought was kind of neat that you may be interested in. Lava Dart is back in Modern Horizons, and I got like 3 or 4 of these, so that's nice. Goblin War Party, for 4, you can get 3 1/1 red goblin creature tokens, or creatures you control get +1/+1 and haste until end of turn. Plus, it has Entwine, so you can pay the Entwine cost and get both results. Goblin Matron, when she comes into play, you can search your you can search your library for a goblin card, reveal that card, put it in your hand, and then shuffle your library. Good for those goblin decks. And Goat Nap. For 3 cost, you get a cool blue ability out of a red card, which is gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature, gains haste until end of turn. If that creature is a goat, it also gets +3/+0 until end of turn. So I guess if somebody had a shapeshifter, or if you turn that creature into a goat, hey, all the better. Okay, and then green, we had Squirrel Nest. Basically, you enchant a land, and now you can pump out little squirrel tokens every time you tap it. Land of War Tribe, for 3, it now adds 3 green to your mana pool whenever you tap it. Weather the Storm, for 2, it's an instant that lets you gain 3 life, and it has the Storm ability. Very nice, especially since green is very cheap. Spring Bloom Druid, for 3, when he enters the battlefield, you can sack a land, and if you do, you search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Almost like Harrow, and he's also a 1/1 chump blocker. And Nimble Mongoose, Shroud, Threshold, he gets +2/+2 as long as 7 or more cards are in your graveyard, and he's a 1/1. I always thought that was a cool one. Always a favorite for a lot of people. Okay. So now we've probably got about, let's see what we got here. Multicolors. We got 5, 10, about 15, about almost 20 of these multicolor cards. Now, some standout ones for me is the Munition Expert. He's a black and a red. He's a 1/1. He's got flash. That's why I like this guy. And when he enters the battlefield, you can have it deal damage to target creature or planeswalker equal to the number of goblins you control. And there are black goblins out there, thanks to the Lorwyn block. Good Fortune Unicorn, 2/2 for 3. He's a green-white. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature. Pretty straightforward. Ingenious Infiltrator, black-blue and 2 colorless. He's a 2/3, has ninjutsu, and whenever a ninja you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Very sneaky. Okay. Now we got about the same number, about 20 artifacts. And some of the standout artifacts for me was, of course, the Arkham's Astrolabe. It enters the battlefield. You can draw a card, 1 and tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Fountain of Ichor for 3. You can tap it, add 1 of any mana of any color, or for 3, it becomes a 3/3 dinosaur artifact creature until end of turn. And then you have a selection of talismans. So each talisman you can add a colorless, or you can tap it to add one of 2 different colors. Either in this case, I got Talisman of Resilience, Hierarchy, Curiosity, Creativity, and Conviction. The Resilience taps for a black or a green. Hierarchy, white for white or black. Curiosity, green or blue. And Talisman Creativity, blue or red. And Conviction, red or white. There might be another one, I'm not sure. But I think this is all of them. And every time you tap them for one of those 2 colors, it deals 1 damage to you. But for a 2 cost, sure, why not? If I remember correctly, a lot of the talismans were pretty popular back in the day when they first introduced them. Now, and these are brand new talismans, though, completely different than talismans they released several sets back. Okay, now we got some lands. Here we go, lots of different lands, and it looks like we got about 10 different lands. And that's because I got about 6 right here, and I got the rest of them here. I like Barren Moor, Forgotten Cave, Lonely Sandbar, and Tranquil Thicket, because even though they come into play tapped, you can cycle them. They have a cycling cost, and I love that. It's just extra draw power in your hand. So very nice. So I got about 10 non-basic lands. So we got a bunch, probably about well, I guess is number equal to the number of packs we have in the box, I guess. A number of the art cards, which again, all these cards, just works of art, just gorgeous, all these cards. Running 6, very nice. Yep, these things are just so cool. All right, got a bunch of those, and we'll set them right there. Got a whole stack of tokens, a large assortment of tokens, some foils. Actually, I think I got about 5 or 6 foils in there. Pretty nice. And then I got an even amount of snow-covered lands. So it looks like we got about 6 or 7 snow-covered lands for each. Forest, mountains, swamps, islands, and plains. So that's pretty cool. All right, and the coolest thing, I think, is actually in Modern Horizons, and there might be a couple more, but I think I've got just about all of them, is there's 12 different slivers, at least out of this box, that I pulled. I got a blue one. I got a black one. I got a green one. I got 3 different red slivers. I got a multicolored sliver. I'm not going to go over their abilities because slivers are just ugh. But there's a lot of people that love slivers, and they are pretty good. See, we've got 3 white slivers, so there's a lot of different slivers, and I got a couple more slivers that I'm going to show you here in just a minute. So all these, anywhere from, I don't know, 10 cents, quarter, 50 cents. There might be a standout card or 2 that might be a buck or 2. Maybe even like these snow-covered lands. All right, so we're done with that. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the kind of haul we did with the rares. And I think you'll be pretty interested in seeing what I got. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the value I got for all of my rares out of a box of Modern Horizons. Now, of course, these prices are going to fluctuate, and depending on when you watch this video, some of these prices may be higher or may be lower depending on what the market's doing right now, or at the particular time that you watch this video. All right, and the time frame that I priced these cards out was around April 21st, 22nd. And of course, it's going to be within a few days of me actually releasing this video. So, you know, again, take these prices with a little grain of salt. But overall, I think it was pretty good. So let's take a look. Okay, first of all, I got 18 of these dollar rares. Let's see what we've got. Future Sight, Aria Flame, Planebound Accomplice, Lightning Skelemental. I remember a lot of people were looking for him back in the day. Pashalik Mons. And if you remember Mons Goblin Raiders, kind of a call back to that. Genesis, Endling, if you remember Aetherling and Torchling and all those good ones. Crashing Footfalls, Mist Syndicate Naga, Bizarre Trade Mage, Force of Virtue, On Thin Ice. There's one of the other slivers, Spiteful Sliver. Tectonic Reformation, Cordial Vampire, Cabal Therapist, Ayula, Queen Among Bears. A lot of people looking for that card to make bear decks, bear commander decks. Although not very expensive, believe it or not, because it is only $1 rare, and neither spirit. Okay. $2 rares, we've got 3. We've got Unsettled Mariner, Merit Lage's Slumber, and Hogak, Arisen Necropolis. So a lot of people used to really like Hogak. Now I think he's banned, if I'm not mistaken, and he's only a $2 card. And maybe he's not. Maybe he's just that inexpensive. I can't really remember. Let's see. Okay, $4 cards. I got 2. One is a Goblin Engineer, and the next one is Dead of Winter. I got one $5 card, and that's Collector Ufi. $6 card. I got a pretty large spread of different prices in this box. Hall of Heliod's Generosity, and that right there is a $6 card. Then my $7 card was Waterlogged Grove, dual land. Actually, I guess a pain land. You can call that a pain land right there. $8 card. One $8 card, which is Kaya's Guile. Let's see. We got a $10 card, which is Nurturing Peatland. Again, another pain land. Sacrifice it in order to draw a card as well. All right. Let's see. Moving right along. I got a couple $11 cards. Unbound Flourishing and Giver of Runes. A lot of people looking for Giver of Runes. And she's a 1 cost, a 1/2, and you can tap her to get another target creature you control gains protection from colorless or from the color of your choice until end of turn. Yeah, I'll put her in my deck. Good for Commander, real good if you're playing a 60-card deck, because then you can have a playset. Unless she's restricted or banned, which I don't believe she is. Okay, and then let's go for our $12 card. It's so weird, it's like I'm just going right up the numbers there. Force of Vigor, $12. Only a 4 cost. All right, then our next card, we're just slowly creeping up. This is something I didn't expect to see. Sword of Sinew and Steel. I forgot they had swords in Modern Horizons, so pretty cool. $14 card. Swords always seem pretty popular. Next up, our $15 card is, well, the lady on the box. Seer the Benevolent, Planeswalker. Definitely happy with that pull. Solid 15 bucks. It's a win-win right there. All right, now we're getting up to the really good stuff. Okay. Okay, so the first of my high-end rares is a foil Nurturing Peatland. So the foiling right there jacks it up from my earlier price to, I can't remember what that was. I think like $5 or $6 right around there. See, no, 1, 2, 3. No, I think that was like 7 or 8. But anyways, this foil Nurturing Peatland, $34 now. So, you know, it's a cool pull, needless to say, but it's not necessarily foil that's in high demand, because you can just go get the regular Nurturing or Waterlogged Grove. I'm sorry. Here's the Nurturing Peatland right here. That's my mistake. So regular Nurturing Peatland was $10, and then the foil one is $34. So not too bad. You really got to want it in foil though to get it. And then the same can be said for my next $35 card, which is Collector Ophi. And down here, I think he was a $4 or $5 card. Yep, I think he's like a $5 card. And as foil, he's now a $35 card. But again, you really got to want him in foil to get him in foil. But the next card, the next $35 card I got, is the next sliver on my list. The first sliver. Yep, 7/7 sliver spells you have Cascade, and he's got Cascade himself. He's one of each color. The first sliver, this is one of the best pulls in this box. If I just got the first sliver and nothing else, I'd be super happy with this, because the first sliver, he's highly sought after, and I think he's undervalued at $35, quite frankly, and prices on slivers have just been skyrocketing lately, so that's a really good pull. I'm super happy with that. All right, and next, my last two rares for $70. Renin 6. Oh, that was super nice. If you were paying attention to the upper corner up here, watching me crack these cards, you saw me pull this Renin 6. Super excited about that. And last of all is Force Negation. That ended up being my $90 card. I was amazed at how expensive that was. All right. So there are all my rares. Just some really nice pulls overall, and great value for what's in the box. And lots of variety. All right, so that's it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. All right, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video. Hope you saw some really cool stuff that you may want to come out and get for yourself, either as singles or buying packs of Modern Horizons. Still available and still reasonably priced. So come on down and check it out. And as always, I'm Dave Hunt, telling you to stay safe, play great games, and I'll see you real soon.